Group behavior. The concept of group behavior is understood to be all those actions of companionship and attachment of one individual to another one or several, in which it is intended to help those who are part of the same group of a common interest or even without self interest. Group behavior is rather a type of transmitative behavior. Group behavior is rather a type of transitive behavior, only perceived and carried out when the individual meets other members of the group. In fact, group behavior is recognized for generating the individual or feeling of anonymity maintained by the group, feeling that everything they do is not on our fault, but now on behalf of our group. This sensation will suppose for the individual the perception that he is capable of doing more things, and that when doing them, the probability that this will come out successfully without any risk or consequences each mu- is much greater than I'm sorry is much greater than doing them alone. To better understand what group behavior is, I mean, and to understand a better definition of group behavior, I have a list of psychological biases that occur in the midst of individuals under the effects of group behavior. The group members, the group member put aside their ethical principles to adopt the ethical behavior of the group. There's a next one. It's the next one is there's a feeling of anonymity or protection of identity under the identity of the group itself. The next one is members who maintain a good focus on group behavior can achieve great things since they trust what the group is capable of achieving. So they appreciate and improvement in self-esteem in the group and individual behavior. They are prone to adopt risk behaviors since they trust what as a group they're capable of doing. Um, Group and team behavior in organizations. Group organization Group organizational behavior is of the formal type understood by the work of carrying out objectives for business or organizational purposes. Formal groups will generally be led by management. The dynamics of group behavior in the organization, unlikely the formal ones, do not necessarily instill in the members conformity, comfort, and cohesion to the group. However, and mainly from the management, it's possible to unite the members of a group with each other in order to achieve objectives at the end of the in order to achieve objectives at the end of a group and team behavior in the organization. Develop group behavior and individual behavior. The develop group behavior in a formal group where individuals do not have much confidence in each other. It's prudent to consider the following fundamentals of group behavior. Reduce the group size, avoid individual goals, generate competition between groups, give rewards to the group, keep members of the same group together, but separate groups from other groups. If management intends to implement a new approach to group behavior in developing testing and stimulating the individual development of each worker, the following guidelines should be taken into account. Dissolve groups or add many people to the same group. Regard each individual for their achievements. Seek that individuals compete among themselves. In this way, an individual or group and group behavior will remain active in organizations. The following are the reasons why group behavior is beneficial in developing both business success as well as organizational behavior. The Pygmalion effect, together with the self-fulfilling prophecy that group behavior brings promise that the individual will achieve better results within a group than or their own. Brainstorming. Perhaps one member comes up with an idea but is not capable or does not have the means or context to carry it out, while another does. The members are able to complete different type of skills, so naturally the group will divide the work and each one will work on what they most enjoy or do best. For examples, we have individual. An individual has an idea but is not sure if it could work, nor how to execute it, so he never carried it out. In a group, an individual has an idea. He's not sure about it, nor does he know how to carry it out, so he turns to a partner in the group who can carry it out. The second example is just individual. A person is not sure that she can do her job well alone. She's ashamed to show her face. There are things from her job to do, but in a group, the individual feels secure in being able to do his work because he knows that he has the support of his group. And if there is something that displaces him, does not know how to do, or is bad at it, he knows that he has the support of his teammates. Role in a company. In an organization, the role of each person would be set of behavioral expectations associated with their person. A pattern of behavior that it's expected of, however, perform each position with a certain independence from the person who is. The role that each individual must play in the world of work represents, in general, the way in which work is expected to be performed. The role of each person is integrated into the company as a whole, and in it the different roles exist depending on each other. Each role is related to those of the others and refers not only to the work to be done, but also to the style of behavior and relationship with other people, attitudes, and something to the lifestyle outside the company. Organization models. There are those that regulates the structure and operation of the administration. That is to say, of the territorial, specialized, and corporate organization that make it up at different levels. Although the norms of an organization can be defined from those of the relationship between legal subjects. Both are rules of law. Therefore, they are drawn up with the same requirements, promulgated with identical effects, and governed with the same imperium, while The norms that regulate intersubjective relationships would be called individual norms, which would be assimilated to private, private laws. The organizational norms would be groupal norms, which would be assimilated to public laws. What is conformity? We can define it as the actions of the organization to achieve adherence to the rules, regulations, and policies that are applicable to it. It also implies being able to demonstrate such adherence reflected in the usual practice of the organization. Organizational development allows companies to carry out this process of analysis and change within the company to improve effectiveness, skills, performance, and knowledge, both individuals and collectively, to face the challenge, projects, and problems that arise and solve them in a positive way. In conclusion, clearly human beings work very different individual than in a groups. In a group way, each individual can take care of the part they know best how to do, being that also thanks to the Pygmalion effect provided by the group behavior biases, their skills will be much more profitable and productive. This is because working in a group, the, pers- the perception that something could go wrong is dispersed. This is partly due to the effect that individuals, being within a group, feel more confident in themselves than working alone. Organizational behavior. Furthermore, organizational behavior can be defined as the interaction of people within the business structure. The organizational behavior system research method includes surveys in the form of interviews, questionnaires, tests as a way to measure the level of satisfaction with the work of a team or the organizational atmosphere. Compilation of fixed information, which implies the study of documents that exist in the organizational and regulate the activities of employees or groups of workers. Observation is which is carried out through the study of the state and situation of the workplace, the appearance of employees based on the requirements of the organizational culture. Experiments. Experiments are carried out in a natural or lateral way. Now we're going to talk about the importance of organizational behavior. It helps to predict what people will do within companies, to study how to predict the behavior of individuals and groups, seek effective results through the study of individuals, group, and the structure of the company, process good skills in dealing with people, include the ability to understand employees, the feedback with the results of the organizational behavior, to has knowledge of the abilities of individuals and group to work with greater efficiency and productivity. It's a basic requirement to be able to success in running a business. Replace institutions with a systematic study and seeks to adapt human resources with cutting edge technology.